Rich TV Live, and we got some more big breaking news for you today. Today, the news is from PharmaTher Holdings. Big breaking news from PharmaTher Holdings. Now, we're going to go into the news, but before we get into the news, I want to just show you guys a little bit about their website. The website is pharmather.com, a clinical stage psychedelics biotech company. Here are the symbols: PHRRF in America, PHRM in Canada, and you can go to the investor deck and learn more. So this is the website, and all you got to do is click on news, and there's a press release today that we're going to go through titled PharmaTher provides product pipeline updates and anticipated milestones for Q4 2021 and 2022. Let's talk about the key points of this press release. 10 clinical sites selected to participate in the FDA Phase 2 clinical study evaluating ketamine for the treatment of Parkinson's disease. Initiated investigational new drug IND application to proceed to a Phase 2 clinical study for KETABET trademark to treat depression. Completed Phase 2 clinical study protocol for ketamine to treat ALS for IND submission to the FDA. Near completion of research program to advance novel microneedle patches for the delivery of psychedelics. Selected US-based CDMO to develop and supply proprietary ketamine products for FDA Phase 3 clinical studies and commercialization, and positioned ketamine-focused product. Let's get back to that. Positioned ketamine-focused product pipeline for potential Phase 3 clinical studies and commercial supply in 2022. So lots of good news here for PharmaTher, and they've been a big winner for our community. Congratulations to members on PharmaTher, PHRM in Canada on the Canadian Securities Exchange, PHRRF on the OTCQB Exchange. PharmaTher Holdings Inc. is a clinical stage psychedelics biotech company, pleased to provide a product pipeline update and anticipated milestone for Q4 2021 and 2022, including ongoing FDA Phase 2 clinical study programs, microneedle patch delivery programs for psychedelics, and clinical commercial manufacturing and supply for its proprietary ketamine and microneedle patch products. What does Fabio Cianelli have to say, the Chief Executive Officer of PharmaTher, who we happen to have on our show first? I am very pleased with the progress of our clinical programs for ketamine as a potential treatment for Parkinson's disease, ALS, and depression. Our research programs for microneedle patch delivery are nearing completion, and preparations for FDA Phase 1 and 2 clinical studies are on track to support these and future programs. We are securing manufacturing and supply of our proprietary ketamine products and microneedle patches for planned FDA Phase 2 and 3 clinical studies and commercialization in 2022 and beyond. We remain focused on achieving our milestones in Q4 2021 and building a solid foundation that will allow us to become a leader in the development and commercialization of novel ketamine-based products. In addition, our intradermal delivery of ketamine and psychedelics via our proprietary microneedle patches position us for potential next-generation therapeutic solution for mental health, neurological, and pain disorders. So they go through all of the areas of focus in this press release, which I will go through. But before we do that, what I want to do is I just want to go through some of the key focus points, which we're going to do right now. So right off the bat here, PharmaTher Holdings, we're going to talk about the share structure. So right here on TMX Money, you can see the share structure. So here's the share structure, which I think is a very key element when I'm looking at a company. I'm always trying to understand their share structure. I'm trying to always understand the fundamentals. 67 million shares issued and outstanding. Still a 64 million market cap for this growing company. So good tight share structure, which we love. We love a tight share structure. Now, let's also look at the stock price. So we're going to take a look at Webull. This is Webull, and you can see the share price right here, and you can see the chart. So I've been talking about this company since it was at 10 cents in Canada. 10 cents in the US. Been as high as $1.39 in the US. Currently trading at 68 cents. That's PHRRF in America on the OTCQB exchange. And in Canada, it's PHRM. You can see it's currently at 88 cents. I've always marked the high, and the low. High, currently at 124, the low at 18, and we're sitting right now at 88 cents. So clearly the trend has been trending up. It did go to this higher level of 124 and retraced. So as an investor, you're always looking for a dip. You're always looking for a bottom to try to enter into this position. So these might be decent prices for PharmaTher, which has been clearly trending up. Good morning, Amanda. Amanda says, much needed developments in the pain management sector. This is a huge market. Thank you very much for your message here, Amanda. I agree with you. And PharmaTher has been a great winner. And to be honest with you, I don't think a lot of people even know them yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through this and we're going to watch them carefully and see if there's any spike whatsoever as this news starts to circulate. You can see that the average 3-month volume is 417,000 shares a day in Canada, currently already sitting at 215,000 shares for the day. The market just getting started. So investors are starting to be aware of this news. It has been as high as 92 cents today, currently at 89. It opened at 89, went as high as 92, as low as 83. So some investors did take profits today. Maybe they got in at 10 or 20 cents when this thing was really cheap, and they locked in some profits at 90, 92 cents, but it's sitting right now at 88 cents. If we go to the 5-day chart, you can see it's been trending down. We go to the 1-month chart, you can see that it had this nice move up. Now it's kind of trending down. So let's see if this news turns this around. Now I just want to go through this news a little bit in more detail. All right, let's just go through this news in more detail. So FDA Phase 2 clinical study programs. For the rest of 2021, PharmaTher will focus on advancing 3 promising developments through FDA Phase 2 clinical studies. Ketamine for Parkinson's disease. The FDA's approval to proceed with the Phase 2 clinical trial to evaluate the safety, efficacy, and pharmacokinetics of ketamine in the treatment of levodopa-induced dyskinesia in patients with Parkinson's disease triggered clinical program execution. The company has completed its clinical trial startup activities and selection of essential vendors, including project management, central laboratory, clinical supply kits and logistics, data management and biostatistics, and clinical site management and monitoring. Clinical trial drug product ketamine and active placebo midazolam have also been obtained. More importantly, the company has selected 10 clinical sites in the United States to participate in the Phase 2 clinical study. Patient screening has begun, and the company expects patient enrollment to support the delivery of clinical results in Q4 2021. For further details about the study, clinicaltrials.gov identifier NCT 049-12115, titled A Multi-Center Phase 2 Randomized Double-Blind Prospective Active Placebo-Controlled Trial of Sub-Anesthetic Intravenous Infusion of Ketamine to treat levodopa-induced dyskinesia in subjects with Parkinson's disease. in phase 2 clinical study is positive, the company will request a meeting with the FDA to discuss its plan and obtain an agreement to move to a phase 3 clinical study under the 505(b)(2) regulatory pathway in the first half of 2022. So guys, this is a company that I think everyone needs to be aware of. Everyone needs to understand. Yes, this news broke this morning. And of course, we're on top of the news because that's just what we do. We break down the news. We break it down first. We make sure everyone is aware. And if there's a stock that's an absolute rocket, like PharmaTher has been from 18.5 cents to $1.24, that's a 10x, right? And that was in April. So this is 10x this summer. The question is, will this continue, right? Will this continue? And is this dip after this huge move up a buying opportunity? So once again, PharmaTher at 88 cents and PHRM in Canada. In the United States, PHRRF. In the United States, as you can see here, we've been tracking this as it's been much lower, and it's now in this really interesting zone. So if you take the Fibonacci's, and you can see that this has been an absolute rocket. And it's right now in the 61% zone in the fibs, sitting right in the 61% retrace zone for the fibs. So pretty decent retrace. It might go a little lower to the 50% zone before it bounces back, because it doesn't seem to be moving yet so far today. Sometimes the market will have a little bit of a delayed reaction. Big news. Let's do this again here. Let's take a look at the Fibonacci extension. Let's just go to, we'll go to the top here. And then we'll just go down here to where it started. So you can see it's sitting right in the 61% zone in Canada and the United States, which is typically a pretty interesting zone for retraces. But sometimes we see a lot of stocks will dip down 50% from its highs. So we could see it go a little bit lower before another big move up. So very interesting position where it's trading right now. All right, let's just get back into that news. So the KETABET for treatment-resistant depression. The company has finalized the phase 2 clinical study protocol to evaluate KETABET for treatment-resistant depression. The company is working with its scientific and clinical advisor, Dr. Maurizio Fava, MD, with the aim to complete the IND and file it with the FDA in early October. With the overlap of the clinical operations from the Parkinson's disease study, the company has already activated startup activities and identified potential clinical sites to screen and enroll patients for the proposed phase 2 clinical study in Q4 2021. The aim is to share initial clinical results by the end of this year. Assuming the phase 2 clinical study is positive, the company will request a meeting with the FDA to discuss its plan and obtain an agreement to move to a phase 3 clinical study under the 505(b)(2) regulatory pathway in the first half of 2022. KETABET is the company's patented combination formulation of FDA-approved ketamine and betaine as a potential next-generation treatment for neuropsychiatric disorders. More than 300 million people suffer from major depression disorder, and of those, 100 million are resistant to available treatment worldwide. KETABET research has shown potential enhancement of the antidepressant effect while having the potential to significantly reduce the known negative side effects of ketamine. Side effects such as hallucinations, confusion, memory loss, and abuse liability comprise the compliance and potential therapeutic value of ketamine. Ketamine for amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS, or Lou Gehrig's disease. Now, I must remind you guys that Rich TV Live is strictly for information and education purposes. Please do your due diligence, do your research before you invest in anything that we talk about here in Rich TV Live. In saying that, we've brought you this pick first. It's been a big winner for our community. Congratulations to investors. And this is a company that's just getting started. I'm a huge fan of psychedelics for medicinal purposes. Just like Kevin O'Leary, who believes in the future of psychedelics, I too also believe in the future of psychedelics and how it can help people, especially in medicinal purposes. So we absolutely love what PharmaTher Holdings is doing here. The company has been granted an orphan drug designation by the FDA for ketamine to treat ALS, and along with its clinical advisors, has finalized the Phase 2 clinical study protocol. The IND application for this study is in process and will be filed with the FDA in October 2021, right around the corner, with patients enrollment targeting Q1 2022. PharmaTher has an exclusive license. This is what makes them so special. They have an exclusive license agreement with the University of Kansas for the intellectual property protection and protecting the potential use of ketamine to treat ALS. Preclinical research has shown that the administration of ketamine preserves muscle functions in advancing ALS and could potentially increase life expectancy when given in the early stages of muscle decline. Proprietary microneedle patch delivery programs for psychedelics. PharmaTher is working with its research and development partners to advance next-generation microneedle patches for the delivery of psychedelics. Hydrogel forming microneedle delivery technology for ketamine. PharmaTher has exclusive worldwide, this is huge, development and commercial rights for the delivery of ketamine, S-ketamine, and KETABET using a patented hydrogel forming microneedle patch. Company is working with Professor Ryan Donnelly under a research agreement with the Queen's University of Belfast to develop the microneedle patch for the delivery of ketamine and KETABET. Fundamental research is almost complete, and final research results will become available in December 2021. To date, the initial proof of concept with ketamine and KETABET is very encouraging. The company is currently preparing for validation and tech transfer activities to support Phase 1 and Phase 2 clinical studies in 2022. Development progress will be made available as they arise for the remainder of the year. The company's microneedle patch leverages the successful proof of concept achieved in delivering esketamine, the S+ initiator of innate enomer of ketamine via the microneedle patch, which may overcome the drawbacks associated with ketamine administration in an intravenous or nasal spray format. 2, details of the research can be found in a published paper titled Hydrogel Forming Microneedle Arrays as a Therapeutic Option for Transdermal Esketamine Delivery. What's next? Gel MA microneedle delivery technology for psychedelics. Guys, I told you guys, love this company, love psychedelics. Yes, we're early with psychedelics. We're very early with psychedelics. We know this, but that's what we love to do here at Rich TV Live. We love to bring you the winners, and we love to bring them to you first. And that's exactly what we're doing here with PharmaTher, that has so much work that they are doing, and they're just getting started. So the company is working with the Terasaki Institute under a research agreement to finalize the development of a proprietary microneedle delivery technology comprised of a biocompatible and biodegradable gelatin methacrylone gel MA composite for use with psychedelics such as psilocybin, DMT, MDMA, and LSD. Wow. The gel patch delivery technology is the driving force of the company's psychedelics microdosing program. The research program is almost complete, and successful proof of concept with psilocybin and LSD has been achieved. Wow. Full research results will be made available in November 2021, right around the corner. The company is currently preparing for validation and tech transfer activities to support Phase 1 and Phase 2 clinical studies in 2022. clinical and commercial manufacturing and supply initiatives. Proprietary ketamine. PharmaTher is focused on building a specialty ketamine-based product pipeline. The company has selected a US-based GMP contract development and manufacturing organization, CDMO, with extensive experience in the development, production, and supply of clinical and commercial controlled substance sterile products. PharmaTher will work with the CDMO to develop the company's proprietary ketamine drug products to support future clinical studies and global commercial supply. It is expected that the proprietary ketamine drug products will be available for Phase 3 FDA clinical studies and commercialization in H2 2022. Proprietary microneedle patch. Companies entered into a co-development agreement with TSRL Inc. to jointly develop the patented hydrogel forming microneedle patch delivery technology. This allows the companies to control the manufacturing and supply of microneedle patches for their respective clinical and commercial drug programs. PharmaTher is focused on incorporating psychedelics, and TSRL is focused on incorporating antiviral medications in a microneedle patch with the potential to improve the safety, i.e., fewer side effects, efficacy, example, bioavailability, optimized dosing regimen, including continuous system delivery, and compliance. For example, storage, distribution, and self-administration of these compounds that currently must be taken orally, inhaled, injected, and intravenously. Recent activities included the tech transfer for scale-up and manufacturing of clinical supplies to a GMP contract research lab and a pre-IND meeting with the FDA that achieved agreement with the agency on proposed 505(b)(2) product development plans. Company aims to validate non-clinical and clinical production of the microneedle patch by October 2021 and begin non-clinical and clinical manufacturing supply at the end of 2021. Company expects to enter into Phase 1 and 2 clinical studies in 2022 to evaluate its microneedle patch in delivering ketamine, KETABET, trademark, psilocybin, DMT, MDMA, and LSD. Wow. Guys, PharmaTher Holdings, everyone needs to be aware of this company right now. PHRM in Canada, PHRRF in America. It's been a huge winner and nobody even knows yet. And when you think about everything that's coming, this is just the start. This is clearly just the start. PHRM in Canada, PHRRF in America. And you can see with the chart, it's clearly been a huge winner for our community. So who is PharmaTher Holdings? Put them on your watch list, put them on your radar. Remember, Rich TV Live is strictly for information and education purposes. Please do your due diligence, do your research before you invest in anything that we talk about here on Rich TV Live. Always invest in the best. The best is blessed, and you absolutely deserve the best. And we do our best to bring you guys the best companies, the biggest news every single day. So PharmaTher Holdings Limited is a clinical stage psychedelics biotech company. Told you guys we love psychedelics. Focused on the research, development, and commercialization of novel uses, formulations, and delivery methods of psychedelics, including ketamine to treat mental health, neurological, and pain disorders. PharmaTher is currently conducting an FDA-approved Phase 2 clinical study with ketamine to treat Parkinson's disease, huge, and is developing novel microneedle patches for the intradermal delivery of psychedelics. You can follow them on Twitter and LinkedIn, and their website, which I showed you guys earlier, is pharmather.com. Let's just try to see if I can show you guys their website real quickly before we say goodbye. Super busy day here at Rich TV Live. There it is. So this is the website, pharmather.com. You can see at the top, home, company, research, investors, news, and contact. And you can get your investors deck right on the homepage. learn about their focus, recent press releases. So clearly lots and lots of news happening here with PharmaTher. You can follow them on Twitter. Just quickly go to their Twitter, which I am following, and I'm hitting the bell for notifications. Only 462 followers, guys. And their investor deck is right there on Twitter. And their LinkedIn page. This is their LinkedIn page. Feel free to follow them on LinkedIn. Hope you guys have a great trading week. Hope you have a great trading day. Remember, Rich TV Live is strictly for information and education purposes. Please do your due diligence, do your research before you invest in anything that we talk about here on Rich TV Live. In saying that, I think this is a company that's undervalued, underappreciated, underexposed. When you think about all of the catalysts coming for the company in the next few years, the fact that psychedelics are still in the first inning, that psychedelics are still looking for full-blown FDA approval on a medicinal scale, I think that the future is bright for psychedelics. I'm not the only one. I know Kevin O'Leary is a big fan of psychedelics. I am as well. Love to know what you guys think. Comment on the video. Share the video everywhere. If you like the video, smash the like button. Comment down below. It's your boy Rich from Rich TV Live. And I'm out. Peace. What do you guys think about the big news? Let me know what you guys think. It's already been a rocket, and I think it's just getting started. Let me know what you guys think. Your boy Rich from Rich TV Live. And I'm out. Peace.